In this video, we're going to start working on a separate page that will enable our users to create new campaigns of their own. So if a user clicks on Create Campaign, or the little plus in the header, I want to take them to a new page where they will be shown a form. They'll enter in the minimum contribution level for the campaign, and then click on Create, and as you might imagine, that will force our campaign factory to create a new instance of a campaign. So let's get started right now. The first thing we need to do is make sure that we have a new page that our users can visit. We can add a new page by creating a new file inside of our pages directory and creating a React component inside of there. You'll notice that inside of our pages directory, we still have that old show.js file laying around from when we had done some testing much earlier. We don't really need this file anymore, so let's delete that show.js file. Okay, that looks good. Before we make a new component to house this form that a user can use to create a new campaign, there's one thing that I want to remind you of very quickly. So we had previously looked at a little diagram that had said that we wanted to have some very distinct URLs available inside of our application. We had said that the root route of our application should show the list of campaigns, and then the next page that we're about to show, which is going to be the form to make a campaign, should be available at campaigns/new. So everything that we've discussed about this pages directory so far has said, oh yeah, create a file inside of here, and next we'll automatically pick it up and create a new route for you to visit. But we haven't really addressed how to make nested routes like the one you see right here. In other words, if we made a new.js file inside of that pages directory, a user could visit it by going directly to just /new. But that's not what we want in this case. I want users to see that form if they go to campaigns/new. To get this kind of nested routing working, we can simply create a new directory inside of the Pages folder. Inside of Pages, I'm going to make a new folder called Campaigns. Then inside of here, we'll make a new file, and we'll call this one new.js. So this structure right here will set up the routing structure that you see right here. The fact that we have a folder called campaigns means that Next is going to automatically assume that if a user goes to campaign/new, it will look inside this campaigns folder and find the new file inside there. Essentially, I think it behaves just the way you would expect. I'll be totally honest with you. All right, so inside of here, let's start creating a new React component, and then we'll be able to test out this new page inside the browser. As usual, we'll get started by just putting together a little bit of boilerplate. Now, I think that we're going to eventually end up with a class-based component, so I'm going to import both React and the component base class from React. Then I'll create a new component called campaign new, and I just want to check our name here really quickly and make sure we are consistent. Okay. So I just want to see if we were using singular campaign or plural campaigns back inside of our previous component. So yeah, we're going to do campaign new, extends component, and then we'll put just a little bit of markup in here now. So let's do a h1, and we'll just give it the text new campaign, if I can type. There we go. And then let's not forget to export this component at the bottom of the file. So we'll say export default campaign new, like so. All right, so now we can test this out in the browser. I'll flip back over to my application, and then none of our links up here work just yet. So I'm going to manually navigate to campaigns/new, like so. And once I do, we should see the text new campaign appear on the screen. All right, so that's definitely not too bad. So essentially, anytime we want to get a nested route, we're going to make a new folder, place a new component inside that, and that will nest our routing structure. So let's pause here. We'll come back in the next video, and we're going to get started on this form.